All right, I am at Goblin Valley State Park, hiking out to Goblin's Lair, and as soon as I leave the trailhead, I'm kind of questioning myself. See, it has me going for this big dome, my directions, but I seriously think it's the little dome to my left. Because I kind of remember the peaks there being white as well, and the dome not being that big. So, I'm going to get here a little bit further. I don't think it's out that far. I think it's this little one. Anyway, we'll figure it out. All right, a little bit windy, but as I come over here, see, I really think it's that little dome right there. I mean, I'm 99% sure. Not really that much, but because the other bigger dome, I don't think it's bigger. It is way out there. And I know when you get to the other side, it's about 1.5 miles hike around this outside. That would be a lot longer. So, and I think I kind of see the little area that you go up. So it's not too far out here. I'm going to give this a shot and see if it looks familiar. Yeah, especially now that I'm closer, it matches up with the waypoints on my map. So this is it. And this is the easy part to get to. Here it gets, after that it gets a little bit tricky because it's just kind of like a maze or an IKEA store through here. It's like you can easily make a wrong turn that just ends up going the wrong direction. So all these hoodoos make like a little maze. So yeah, we'll get a little further and check the waypoints again. All right, I think I'm going on the right path now. It is getting hot out here, but I think this is right. Kind of seems familiar, but yeah, I mean, you can just kind of hit a dead end very easily through here. It just kind of dead ends on you real quick, but yeah, I think this is it. I know there's a spot where it kind of opens up. Maybe after I get past this little climb. Whew. Shade is nice. All right, it just got a little hot, so I had to try to cool down. Anyway, I think I'm on the right path. I think this is kind of the open area that I remember. So, should be a little further up here. And then I hopefully will hit a sign and then it's just a little bit further. But yeah, until you're right on top of that hole into the cave, you just will not even know it's there. So, all right. Maybe I can do this one-handed with all my gear. Sure, why not? Oh, sorry. This is the open area up here. Yeah. Okay, so now I'm pretty confident I'm on the right track. Yeah, it's getting a little warm out here. I think it's probably about 82, 85 degrees, somewhere around there. So, yeah, a little more scrambling, and should be there in about 30 minutes. So I kid you not, I'm basically right here, and it kind of tells me to go this way, but I'm like, I don't think so. There's kind of a ledge up there, and I'm thinking, but I don't know if that's the right way, and if it's the wrong way, I'm way off. And then you can kind of see it. There's the sign. All right, getting some luck today. I'll head up that way. Whew, okay, so yeah, there's the sign here. Because really, from this point on, kind of the only reason why you'd be going down there is to do the rappel. So, you know, they just want to let people know, hey, this is a dead end and it's not much further. So this is kind of where they would enforce the permits, I guess. Nobody's going to be up here, but yeah, I kind of like that sign because it kind of lets you know that you're close. So yeah, I believe, I'll have to take a look, but I believe it's just kind of right back there, a little bit further, maybe just about 20 minutes or so. And then now you get to the hole that goes down into the cavern. So, see what we see. Well, yeah, this is why they put the sign there. Because without some really good skills, it's going to be super tough to get up this. So, kind of once you're in, you're going. And you can't go through unless you have a rope and rappelling devices. So, yeah, gonna try to pack it up, go down there, and hopefully not slide all the way. We'll see. All right, that wasn't too difficult. Couldn't see it from the top, but you know, there's a couple places to step down here, so it wasn't too difficult. Did a little crab walk, stepped down those two, and came down here and try not to slide the rest of this way. A little bit of debris here, but not too bad. Tossed my rope, took a chance that I was going to be able to get it. So yeah, anyway, sign looks like it's pointing that way. I don't think that sign was there before. I don't remember seeing that one. So yeah, we'll head that direction. So yeah, it's going to be down there, and if I recall correctly, this is not even necessarily the hard part. I think there's one ledge down there that's kind of iffy. So yeah, I think this is the easy part. I'll show you when we get down there. So this, my friends, is what you call the sketchy part. So you gotta go here, get down to that ledge, after that ledge get down to there, and then it gets a little bit tough. From what I recall, you gotta kind of wedge yourself in there and try to get as low as possible in order to get to the ground. So that's the, I think, most difficult part right there. At least the most sketchy part. So yeah, obviously won't be able to film that, but hopefully I'll be filming the rest of this when I get to the bottom. Preferably with not a lot of scrapes and scratches. Heading down. Oh boy. It actually looks correct anyway. So, what I ended up doing was the only handhold was that rock way up on top. Way up there. So, you could hold on to that, but then you really couldn't get low enough to have any type of hand grip, and there's no way you could stand on this lower rock without really slipping off. So what I ended up doing, I didn't have any of my, I can't even think now, but anyway, any of my straps. I should have them in the backpack. Thought I did, but I didn't. So I took off one of the lines off my harness and undid that, hooked it on that top rock, and used that kind of as a handhold. So then I was able to get down to this lower rock and a little bit lower. So then I could kind of use that middle rock as a handhold. So once I got a kind of handhold on that, I could kind of get my hip butt on this area down here. And then once I was able to do that, I kind of flipped my rope off the top, kind of wanted to keep that. And then I was able to get my hip on there and kind of brace myself so I didn't slide off. And then I was able to kind of move down far enough to where I could, you know, just a 1 foot jump down to this rock down here. So that's what I ended up doing. But yeah, I mean, you definitely need to have a strap there or something. I mean, some people can probably do it, but it's a little bit iffy because you don't want to just jump down on this rock down here. So a strap would make it a whole lot easier. And then once you get a person down here, they can hold the person up on top and there's not any problem then. So anyway, made it down. Turns out wasn't too difficult once I got that strap hooked up. So heading down to the next one. Definitely gets tight in here. Rope. Oh, and the bag. And there's the strap. Boom, okay. I gotta have two. Right. So, this is the entrance into the cavern here. So, you got the rope tied on these rocks up here. I'll put in my harness and everything. And then you scoot down on this ledge. And it's a super awkward start to kind of get over that. And then there's a ledge right below it that you got to kind of get around. It's hard to get your rappelling device around that ledge, but once you do, then you're you got a little bit of a ledge for maybe about 10 feet, and then you're pretty much free hanging for the next 80 feet into that cavern. So I don't know if you can see it down there. I know it's going to be really dark, but yeah. So yeah, start up here and go down into there. Whew. Yeah, I mean, like I said, you would not even see this until you got up on it, you know, except for that webbing there. That's about the only way. So I'll go ahead and get all suited up. All right, I am just gonna let the camera roll until I get done. Have the line hooked up. Down at the bottom. Try not to scrape the lens, which I might have just done. And okay. Set up for a right hand. This rope is heavy and stiff. Okay. All right. This start is just super awkward, but we'll give it a shot. Okay. Super awkward. Oh, that's not good, right? I don't know where I want to go. If I want to start here without wedging myself, I guess. All right, here we go. Okay, got that. Oh, I see they got a line to hold on to get down here. Okay, here we go. Oh, I see. That's to hold the... There we go. What's... Okay. All right, here we go. Super awkward start. Here we go. Nice and easy. Nice and easy. Okay. At some point. Okay, here we go. I just don't have an angle yet. There we go. Now I got an angle. Okay. Now I have... Okay. Here we go. All right. Let's back up a little. All right. Here we go. Nice and easy. Okay, here we go. And, okay. Gonna get dark. Okay, here we go. Nice and easy. Nice and easy. Nice and easy. Okay. Whew. All right. Here we go. Here we go. Uh-oh. I don't like that. Not good. Not good. Okay. That's getting hot. Why? Okay. Now you're gonna go. Thanks. There we go. All right. Woo. Okay. All right. Oh, that is getting super hot. Let's go a little lower. There we go. Whew. There was only that one little hiccup where the rope was bunched up. I gotta say, I didn't like it, but got it undone. Pretty well done. Whew. Man, ouch, ouch. Yeah, you can't even touch that, that's so hot. It's aluminum. Okay. Oh yeah. This is the cavern. Whew. That is the walkout. It's not too bad. It's kind of short. And up there is where I came down. Whew. Man. Pretty high up. That's about 100 feet. Maybe 80 feet, actually. It's about 80 feet. So about 60 of it is free hanging. But yeah, tough start. Not too bad. That was probably, I've done this maybe 2 or 3 other times. First time, did not like it at all. Second time, said I'm gonna do better. Did not like that one at all either. If I did it a third time, I don't think I really liked the third time that much either, but it wasn't too bad. This time, I've done a few longer rappels, and also a couple little free hanging ones, so I kind of knew what I was in for. But so this one really wasn't that bad. It's just a different feeling because you're coming into a little cavern and you can kind of hear the echoing and you kind of realize, you know, exactly where you're at, just hanging from a line. But this time was probably the best. That little kink in the line, that made me really, really nervous, but kind of just held on to my rope and shook it a little and it came undone. So it wasn't too bad, yeah. So, all right. Oh, man. I'm going to go ahead and get something to drink before I pull that line, and I'll pick up in a second. Good times, though. Whew. All right, let's pull this. Don't stand underneath it. I like to undo as many of these twists as I can. Let's get back as far as I can. Make sure that line doesn't get hooked. And, oh yeah, okay. Without the grooves, that is a lot better. And I will make sure to, okay, that came out. Hopefully, I'm on that piece of canvas Looks okay. Why are we not moving? Huh, weird. Not moving. Maybe, oh, it looks like it's not moving. Ah, okay, here we go. Coming down in a moment. Here we go. Easy peasy.